Hello, welcome to another podcast of Master Investor. Glad to be here again on another valuable talk of money, business, and investing. My name is Jose. I'm the founder of the company and brand here at Master Investor. If you're new, welcome. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast and follow us on all other social media platforms. We're doing a live stream right now on YouTube, so I invite you to come over to our YouTube channel because we have a lot of content every single day on YouTube, providing everyone with the good and bad news of money, the business principles that work in all economies. Take everything that can work for building your asset column to your advantage, use it, right? Apply it in your life so that you have results every single day. We need to build an actionable plan so that we can create wealth. Today we have a great topic. It's called Steps to Building True Wealth with Speed. We must choose our mentors and team wisely because it will determine how wealthy we will become. Yesterday, we discussed the importance of having the right values and orders when it comes to building wealth. If you don't have the values of becoming wealthy, so a lot of people will have secure as number one, feeling secure. Number two is comfortable. Number three, they think about becoming wealthy. And a lot of times that's the reason why they don't become wealthy, because their priority is to feel secure. So they go get a high paying job or a job that pays them enough so that they can show up every day even they don't like the job. It's called the rat race. And then they get the paycheck. They continue that. They feel secure with that because they have a secure job. They have benefits. And now they feel comfortable. And then now, if they have some time, they think about investing, which they lack financial education. So they end up giving their money away to others who invest their money into the stock market, perhaps, and they end up losing the money because a lot of those people that are investing the passive investors' money are not real investors. They're brokers and salespeople. They make money by having the money of others in the market. So you want to get your mentors right, and the inner circle. You got to check whoever is around you, because the 5 people that we hang around with on a daily basis, they hold our future, and that's a guarantee. So who are we talking to every single day? Who are we giving our precious time? And unfortunately, a lot of times people end up failing in their lives because they listen to those close to them, including their family members. And sometimes you have to be unapologetically and be reserved and get yourself into the environments that will help you grow. So we need to be strong, and it takes guts to become an inside investor and a wealthy entrepreneur. It really does. It takes discipline just like anything else. And it's a game that is a team sport. That's a great thing about it. So we have communities like Master Investor. There are great other entrepreneurs out there and communities that are teaching how to become wealthy successfully. So we encourage everyone to get mentors, not just have Master Investor, just have other mentors as well, right? And make sure that you do due diligence and check who are they and what do they do, right? Are they actually doing what they say they are doing, right? We need to check everything, make sure that we have the right mentors and reading every day, something that will empower us, because just on one page, we can find the next twist of our lives. And the next twist, and even our businesses, right? They all require a twist to be able to go to the next level financially. So what is the twist that we all need today to get us to the next level, right? So 2 things needs to happen in order to become financially free and create true wealth. We need to figure out, number 1, how to make more money than we're making today by doing less. And number 2, we need to master how to put excess of cash flow to work even before we touch the money. That money already is an expense because we already have a plan. So don't use your excess of cash flow. When you start having success and you start seeing that passive income come in, don't go crazy and buy your liabilities yet, right? If you want to buy a liability, buy it because you created a business to pay for your liabilities and so forth and create freedom for you. But whatever is left, even if you have a job right now and you're creating your side business and you're building your asset column, whatever is left from your job, make an expense out of whatever is left. So you have, at the end of the week, you have $1,200. Well, that $1,200 needs to have a plan, and that goes into the expense column. And that expense will be something like an asset that you're going to build or acquire, right? And you get the point. So we don't 3 are extra capital as an asset. We treat it as an expense. That's how we become ultra wealthy, because we run it back into our asset column. You see, our expenses can lend back into our asset column, into our income column when we have financial education. That's what we're going to do here at Master Investor. We're going to develop our financial education. Our mission is to elevate the financial well-being of humanity through high-quality financial education. Made simple, we look at opportunities to build passive income and true wealth. That's exactly what we're going to do: build true leaders, wealthy entrepreneurs, and master investors. We're here every single day providing the tools that we all need to become wealthy. And we're building wealth together. We're opening up the curtain, and we're being transparent and authentic, and we're bringing value to the marketplace. That's the most important, because we are becoming valuable individuals. We're doing self-development, we're reading every day, and we're going to sleep every day smarter than we were yesterday. There are around 500,000 words in the English dictionary. That's what they say. I don't know exactly how many there are, but they're around 500,000. How many words do we know out of that dictionary? Some people maybe get to 100 words, if anything. I mean, some people lack vocabulary that they need to get to work on that, because tools are the most powerful. Words are the most powerful tools humans ever created, and they are free. So if we want to become wealthier, all we have to do is improve ourselves. Today we're going to learn some steps that I want to provide to all of us to build wealth fast, because if we're not doing it with speed, then that means we're doing it wrong, as I always say, okay? And if the deal looks too good to be true, often it is, but we need to do due diligence. Don't be skeptical. Do your due diligence, take control, learn, and make sure you're measuring the return on investment, or whatever that is, whatever investment or business operation. You're going to base your decision on facts, okay? That's how we measure our return on investment, not on merely opinions of others and speculations or events that might happen in the future. It's going to go up in value and you can sell it, and no. We want to know how much is it making right now, and how much has it made the past 5 years, the past 10 years. How long has it been making this much? I need to see the financial statements. I need to see the tax returns for the past 5 years of that business. You see what I'm saying? You need to figure out the numbers and crunch them. But don't be skeptical. Get being skeptical out of your framework, because a lot of people have missed opportunities to become wealthy because they have been skeptical and they are not good listeners. We have to become better listeners. That's why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, is to listen more, observe more. And then when we talk, make sure we are giving magic, good magic. Make sure that we are giving the best to the world that we have. Because once we open our mouth, people understand who we are, right? What is our past, our present, and our future. 5 minutes you give me with somebody, I'll listen to their talk, and I'll tell you literally where they have been, where they are today, and where they're heading tomorrow. That's what I said earlier. Words are the most important tools, most powerful tools humans have ever created, and they are free. So here at Master Investor, we learn a word a day on a live stream, and we do that because at the end of the year, we'll have 365 more words to our disposal, more than the average person. So the more words we have in our disposal, the wealthier we become. And it's up to us how to monetize that. Wealthier in the inside, right? And that's what the power comes from. It's how wealthy we are in the inside, because you can give somebody money today. If they don't have the wealthy mindset, they will be without money very soon, because they don't know how to make money work hard for them. All they know is how to buy things that takes money away from them. Or they will save it in the bank and they'll end up losing the money because they can't keep up with inflation. So make sure that becoming wealthy is number 1, and then comfortable and secure is last. That is the order that we must put it in order to become ultra wealthy. So those 3 values or reasons or choices that we have, make sure that wealthy is first, and then comfortable second, and then secure last. Because once we reach financial freedom and we build true wealth, we no longer have to worry about paying the bills, because our bills and everything is being paid with our assets that we're controlling with our companies. And once we have that master and we have that down in our lives, then we can definitely begin to build true wealth and compound that asset column and create infinite return on investment, which means that we have assets that are producing passive income for us and we have no money in those deals. We recoup the entire capital back, or we raise the entire capital through financing. Could be a credit card, could be a personal loan, a business loan, could be a mortgage loan. So there are two types of debt, good debt and bad debt. It's up to us how we manage the debt, and we're going to have bad debt in our lives. When we have good debt, the wealthier we become. And that's why I always tell all of us, it's not about shrinking or cutting expenses or trying to get rid of liabilities that you like, because this is life. And we should achieve what we want out of life legally and ethically. So the question is, what is that we want out of this life? What is our missions that we have, our purposes, our talents, and start working on that, because that's how we become truly happy and we have the 4 pillars of an extraordinary life: health, wealth, love, and happiness. Remember what I said earlier? And I have said this in our podcast before, because we started the live stream before I started the podcast, but I said earlier on the live stream that no one would like to exchange their lives for somebody that has billions of dollars, but they can't get out of bed because they're unhealthy. And a lot of people have optimized for the wrong thing. So what are we optimizing for on a daily basis? Check yourself. Be accountable to you and to your future by checking yourself. Are you secure at your job? Are you comfortable? Which one is the order of those choices? And if your order is like most people, because most people have the poor mindset, they have secure as number one, they have comfortable, and then they have wealthy. So they never become wealthy because that's not their priority. But yet they're working for money. How interesting and how ironic. It's almost like hypocrite. Because of the lack of financial education that they have, they don't even know that they're being hypocrite. Because they're working so hard for money at a job that they don't like, and yet they don't do anything about their finances. But yet they're doing everything to solve other people's businesses. They're waking up every morning, leaving what they love at home, their kids, their family. Their dreams are staying in bed. Oh no, you're not going to work as today. You're going to go work on somebody else's dreams. You hate that job, but you're going to leave us here. All right. And then they do that over and over again. They don't do anything about it. So if you're watching this video and you feel like you're on the rat race situation, get out of it by investing in your financial education, joining a community like Master Investor, get products to help you understand how to multiply your money, how to invest today fast with assets that you control. You're not going to give your money away to anybody. That's not what we're helping people to do here at Master Investor. In fact, we always encourage everyone not to invest in FTX when that was going on. I didn't invest in FTX. I know people, I have heard of people that have invested in FTX, and I said, you're financially uneducated. Rappers, celebrities, they lost $5 million because they didn't pull the money out. You're giving your money away to somebody that you don't even know. I mean, there are great companies out there that will do a great job and will put your money to work. And they will put it in sound assets such as commercial real estate and whatnot. There are great companies that are for passive investors, and they will invest your money. But it's not what we're learning how to do here at Master Investor. We're learning how to turn businesses into brands, how to buy businesses that buy other businesses that creates wealth for us all the time, and business that we control and assets that we have full control and we have the voice on them. Buying one stock from a company doesn't give us any voice. You have no control whatsoever. And you have no control over the market. So now you have the poor strategy, which is the trader strategy, which is hold, pray, hold and pray. Buy, hold, and pray that the thing is going to go up. The market is going to go up and you're going to make some money. So yeah, as long as the market is going up, you feel like you're rich because you look rich on paper. You need to see that cash flow. And there are ways that we can cash flow from stocks. We need to have advanced strategies, and we explain those strategies inside of our ebook. So here at Master Investor, number one is that we work to build passive income. and make money work hard through sound investing. I want us to always remember that, because that will keep us focused on the right track. And remember, put wealthy as priority, and then comfortable, and then secure. When we achieve financial freedom, then we'll have comfort, and then we'll have security. Okay? Financial security does come from financial freedom and learning how to build the asset column. The riskiest thing a person can do is rely on other people to give them a paycheck, because after 25 years, they're going to replace you like a heartbeat. And they're not going to care about you, because if you didn't put any money in your 401k, today the pension plans work differently than before. I think it was 1984? I need to check it. Don't quote me on that, but there's a year here I'm looking for, and the pension plan system changed. So now employers are not obligated to put any money into your pension plan if the person doesn't put any money in the 401k. So it's a matching game. If you put 100, then the employer puts 100. And that's how it goes. And how many people end up putting money in the 401k? Mutual funds. People that have high paying jobs, the lower class, they barely have money to pay for the bills. So they don't have any money. And so they want to feel secure. They have a job, comfort, they have a house, they feel secure, and then maybe wealthy, which they never become because they lack financial education. They're working for money every day. So it stops them from actually making more money. They're working hard for money, which stops them making more money. It stops them because they are on the way to become, they are on their own way to become wealthy. They're getting on their own way. They need to get out of that way, because a job is not a way that we can build true wealth. Now, if you have a job, we're not saying to quit your job. By all means, have an investment plan. Okay, something that is achievable every day. You need to take steps every day. If you're not seeing results, if you're not moving something, if you're not producing something, there's nothing happening. Okay, you need to take action. So whatever we're learning, we have to apply. And those steps need to be feasible, needs to be achievable, doable. And we need to see that. You'll be surprised how much we have grown here on our live stream and also on our podcast and all social media platforms, because we are consistently delivering content every single day, and good content, right? Timeless content, meaning that 100 years from now, a lot of the topics and concepts that we're mentioning here, that we're touching bases with every single day, will be good in 200 years from now, 300 years from now, because it has to do with self-development. It has to do with money, and money evolves. Yes, and we are going to evolve with money. A lot of people have not evolved yet, and they're still playing with the old rules of money. So I want to encourage you to click the link somewhere in the description, get inside of our digital course, because it's going to help you with the steps and resources that we need to build financial freedom with speed. We have 3 books right now: The 10 New Rules of Money, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, Turn Passive Income On, and How to Invest in Crypto to Build Wealth, Understanding Bitcoin and Blockchain. They're all available on Amazon and also on our website. However, when you get it from our website, you have additional assets that will come with each ebook. We have turned every book into a digital course to emphasize more on the topic of the volume. And the digital course is a vivid course, meaning that we are adding assets as we move along. Interviews with celebrities, wealthy entrepreneurs, new entrepreneurs, tools, artificial intelligence, documents, and anything that we need in order to build wealth regarding that topic, we're going to add into that asset. Okay, and you will always be grandfathered at the end after you get in today for any other asset that we add into that digital course, which you got today. You will have access for free on any other asset that we add into that digital course that you purchase. So in a year from now, 2-3 years from now, the price of that course is going to go up because we're going to have more assets. You will have all those assets for no extra cost. So it's just a win-win, and it's a great investment now and for tomorrow. Okay, so make sure you click the link in the description and start taking action. Summary of today's talk: understanding that we can't succeed as an entrepreneur alone is one of the keys to success. It is critical to exercise caution and wisdom while selecting business partners. The contributions that our company partners make have a direct impact on our success. Majority of us have a dream that we want to fulfill in the future. This also holds true for our aspirations regarding our finances. We are probably seeking for solutions to reach our financial goals if we are reading this post or listening to this podcast or watching this live stream. However, a lot of folks are unable to figure out how to actually accomplish it. The issue is that although people understand exactly what they want to happen, they are unable to figure out how to get there. Possibly because there is not a precise path to nirvana. There just isn't a one-size-fits-all strategy that will work because there are too many factors that affect each person's particular circumstance. It takes guts to put ourselves out there and achieve our financial goals, but it is the vehicle to attract total freedom. Millions of people live their lives just applying what they were taught in school, facing life's challenges alone, refusing assistance, and being in control or intimidated by large influential institutions. Regretfully, we won't succeed in business by doing that. Those who make wise business partner selections are what set apart those who toil away in the S, self-employed, from those who prosper in the B, or big business owner. Right on the right side of the cash flow circle, and on the left side we find the employee and the self-employed. On the right side we find the business owner and the inside investor, and you'll be able to see the cash flow circle inside of our digital course or from our articles as well. Okay, so just imagine a circle. If you're listening to this, put a line in the middle going vertical and also horizontal, and those four slides. On the left side, top left, we have the employee. On the bottom left, we have the S, self-employed. They work for money. They have to show up to make a check, to make money. If they don't show up, then they don't make money. On the right side of the cash flow circle, we find on the top right, we find the B, the business owner. And on the right bottom, we find the I, the inside investor. The business owner controls and owns systems. The inside investor makes money work hard through sound investing. Okay, so we control systems that produce passive income, and that passive income, the excess of passive income, we have a plan for it as an expense now on our expense column, because we want to redirect it back into our income column by creating an expense that requires to purchase or build an asset that will cash flow. So our ultimate goal is to tap into infinite return on investment. That's when we have no money into our assets because they recoup the entire capital that we invested initially. We did it, right? Because some assets we will acquire 100% finance without any of our money. Yesterday's topic was to start a business without our own money, right? Because we can actually use other people's talents, other people's money through credit, right? A credit card is other people's money, it's the bank's money. It's, yes, under our name, but it's the bank's money. They're lending that money to us for an interest that we have to pay at the end. Who cares about the interest as long as the business will pay for that? Whatever investment that we're going to acquire, I don't care about the interest as long as the investment will satisfy the interest and the payments of that debt service and will pay it off with ease. And on top of it, will leave me with positive cash flow. And that positive cash flow, I'm going to reinvest it back into the asset column because it's going to become an expense. It's not an asset, the extra cash flow that I have, unless I want it to be, unless I want to spend that money and to buy me a liability because I specifically built that asset to pay for a Lamborghini that I really want. So that asset is going to produce me $8,000 a month for the next 5 years, guaranteed. The Lamborghini is $4,000, so now I can get 2 Lamborghinis if I wanted to. But instead of that, I'm just going to get the Lamborghini that I want, and then the other $4,000, if I'm getting $8,000 or whatever, $10,000, and I'll grab the other half and then use it as an expense to invest back into my asset column. So I can create another asset that will produce another $10,000 or plus. And in order to make $1 million per month, we need to make $2,800 at least per day on positive cash flow. Meaning after all expenses are paid, that is what our bottom line should be, and we will reach $1 million per year. Not a lot of people want to make $1 million per year. But if we can, why not, right? Now you have systems in place that are making that on autopilot. That's what we're helping everyone to do here, to have systems in place so that you're not working physically to make the money. The systems are working hard for us. We have freedom. We can pursue or attract our passions. We can buy anything to make us better in our crafts because we have excess of cash flow. We are stress-free regarding money because we have excess of cash flow coming in. Many people lack money, so they stress about money and they never figure out how to make money work hard because they never took a course as simple as that. They rather invest in their liabilities before they invest in themselves, and that's the issue. So let's be different. Let's be above the average. Let's not be like the average individual. There are two types of people that we can become when it comes to money, right? We have an investor inside of us. Now, majority of people turn that investor to just be an average investor because they just lack financial education, period. That's the bottom line. And then you have the other group, which is us, the wealth entrepreneurs, inside investors, true leaders, people that are creating businesses, buying businesses, putting money to work. We're working smart, no hard. And yes, we're going to work on our ideas, on our health hard. We're going to put in the effort, but we're not working hard for earned income. We're not going to a job that we don't like. We're going to put a lot of effort every day, and they're going to be sleepless nights. And I want to break the news that as an entrepreneur, we're always clocked in. Majority of people clock out at the end of the day on their shift. As an entrepreneur, we're always clocked in, but it doesn't mean that we are always working. Okay, we have the benefit of having total freedom, and that's what we're doing. What we're doing to have that ultimate reward of total freedom and have choices in life. And of course, we're building businesses to solve problems in the world that we are passionate about. The issue is that although people understand exactly right what they want to happen, they're unable to figure out at the end. They can't because they have their own mentors. So check your team, check those people around us to make sure that we are aligned with our goals and what we want out of life. Consistency in our daily investment plan. Guess what happens if we are hoping for a financial rescuer to save the day? We are it. We have the power through financial education and actively investing to develop an asset that produces excess of passive income and capital gains income. Naturally, this does not mean that we will figure out this miraculous equation on our own. On the contrary, throughout this path, we will undoubtedly desire and require the assistance of friends, professionals, like brokers, mentors, and financial investors. We are the architect of this adventure. It is ours to take and build. The only person who can alter our course and financial future is ourselves. We make what we want and figure out how to obtain it in a way that aligns with our passions, interests, values, and spirit. Put differently, the final decision is ours. Staying loyal to ourselves. It is time for us to live authentically. It is not the time to conform to what others expect of us. It is not the moment for us to be what others want us to be or what they want from us. We are who we are, who is our spiritual being, the deepest part of us. Find that out. Ask yourself these questions. When are we being genuine to ourselves? How can we tell? It is evident because magic occurs. Everything seems to flow smoothly. A thought we had suddenly comes to pass in the right place at the right time, describes us. Things happen with ease. We are content and having a good time. We feel like what we're doing is positive to the world. That's who we really are. Find that out. Before going to sleep, do a little meditation, do some breathing work, and Ask yourself these questions. What do I want out of life? How am I going to make more money without working? What is that I want to give back to the world? What problems do I want to solve? All of these questions will lead us to the extraordinary life, as long as we focus on the 4 pillars of the extraordinary life: health, wealth, love, and happiness. Make sure that we're building them every single day. Otherwise, you're not going to tap into an extraordinary life. It's not just about the money, it's about the good life. Maintain integrity in our financial life. Being true to ourselves. How does it relate to investment, money, and finance? Easy. Our strategy should be tailored to our needs, not those of our parents, siblings, partner, or friends. It is time to embrace the obvious truth that achieving financial freedom actually means we have to be loyal to our principles, our passions, our aspirations, our abilities, our wit, our silliness, and everything that truly makes us us. If feeling like to give up our why is crucial, since achieving this requires internal motivation. Because of this, our motivation for going after our dream and our driving force behind our financial path must come from the bottom of our heart. What is our why? Figure our why we're doing things. Why are we launching this business? Find out the bigger why and chunk it up. So, why? There's a reason why. And in that, hold into that. Our perseverance and desire will carry us through the difficult times, uncertainties, and disappointments. However, each achievement we make will advance us, and each mistake will teach us a lesson as long as we're ready to capture it and earn the blessing. It is tremendous fantasy, this, and all of us will need to do it. It may put us to the test. We won't succeed if we're doing this for someone else than ourselves. Whatever path we decide to take in order to fulfill our financial goals, one crucial element will determine how successful we are: the strength of a team in the cash flow circle. One can map the do-it-yourself mentality to the cash flow circle. Like I explained, you're looking at the screen right now and you'll see a diagram. That's the cash flow circle, okay? And for those who are listening to the podcast, then just imagine a circle and just put a line in the middle, going horizontal and vertical as well. And then you have 4 slides. On the left side of the cash flow circle, we find the employee on the top left. On the bottom left, we have the self-employed. On the right side, we have the business owner on the right top. And on the right bottom, we have the inside investor. Wealth is built on the right side of the cash flow circle. We all form part of the cash flow circle. So figure out where we are today and where we want to be tomorrow. And people can be all 4 players if they want to. But where do you truly want to be? Where's your heart? Employees and self-employed are on the left. Business, inside investor and business owner are on the right side of the cash flow circle. A large portion of the left circle population dislike teams, or at the very least dislike being on a team with people who are smarter than them. For example, workers frequently fear others who are smarter or better than them because they believe it will prevent them from receiving a raise or promotion. It is possible they won't receive the big project. Teams that have members that are afraid of their job security frequently have a lot of toxicity. Many self-employed individuals are highly intelligent and skilled. They even have a tendency for entrepreneurship. However, they dislike teams. They are hired as consultants by businesses because they want to be the most intelligent person in the room, and they frequently are. However, they have to do all the work and frequently believe they don't need business partners because they don't get along with other people. They are not business owners. They are employed. They own their own job. Those on the right side of the cash flow circle, on the other hand, are aware that having a group of capable business partners, and often will include those on the left side, right? We are going to acquire an expert that works on The S slide, self-employed, we're going to acquire an attorney, a business attorney, right, and so forth. So we are going to be in need of those smart people. That's why we need to improve our communication skills so that we can put smart people to fulfill our mission, which is not easy, but it's possible when we have the right lingo and the right infrastructure. I'm so much smarter than them is a common statement made by both employees and self-employed about the owners of a business. Why do they receive the entire income? That is intentional though. In actuality, the employee and self-employed could never be successful at investing, or business owners, because they were unable to truly relish being among intelligent business partners. The cash flow triangle explains why having a team is essential for success in both business and investment. Identify potential business partners by using the cash flow triangle that you will find inside of a digital course, or you can see it on screen right now. Majority of people nowadays have financial difficulties because they enter the financial era, or they enter the financial arena as individuals rather than as a team. Furthermore, weak teams and leadership are frequently the reasons for business failures. The cash flow triangle serves as an example of the fundamentals required for a business to succeed. As we can see, a successful business consists of 8 elements or components, or what we refer to as integrities. Integrities of a successful business. Number 1, mission. Number 2, team. Number 3, leadership. Number 4, cash flow. Number 5, communications. Number 6, systems. Number 7, legal. And number 8, product. The majority of people concentrate on a product or a great idea, but that is truly in reverse. The product, as you can see, is the cash flow triangle's lowest integrity, if you will, because it's the last one. In actuality, a company's mission, team, and leadership are its most crucial integrities, but they all have to be in place. On the outside of the triangle, that is what they are. Filling in the triangle is much simpler when these are in place, when the 3 main integrities are in place: mission, team, and leadership. A great team of business partners is drawn to a great leader with a great mission. We won't succeed, though, even if our mission and leader are excellent, if our team is subpar. We don't have all the information necessary to succeed, and we can't accomplish everything by ourselves if we don't have a smart team and capable to execute the right actions. Our team at Master Investor was created for this reason. People offer advice on business and investment because they are authorities in the field, in their own fields. Each of them is more intelligent than the business owner. So we seek others, people, expertise to help us fulfill our mission, but we need to also be great at what we're doing, right? We need to improve ourselves every day. Being the smartest person in the room is not what we want to be. Surrounded with the most intelligent people in the room is what we desire. When a young couple schedules a meeting with a financial planner, for example, it is likely that the planner is representing the mega finance organizations that they work for the other them. They work for the other team, or all of our credit cards are on the opposite side. The other team benefits from the mortgage. These are the poor mindset talk, and they think that the wealthy are greedy and the business owners are taking advantage of the poor mindset, or the employees and the self-employed individuals. And it's not like that. Actually, the wealthy, we are more generous than the middle class and the poor, and that's why we have what we have, total freedom, because we can make more money by doing less, because we have served a solution to more people than they serve. So the game is how many people we need to serve. And the more people we serve on autopilot with systems, with a solution that they actually need, then we can tap into unlimited wealth without a doubt. People who work for themselves or are self-employed all over the world frequently turn to investors in companies for financial assistance. The issue is that those individuals and those resources work for investors and companies, not for employees or self-employed. We must have a team member for the following: when we need to know about any questions we may have about paper assets, when we need guidance in tax strategy, then we have an expert in taxes, a CPA. When we need, or in a bookkeeper, when we need a legal guidance even to start a company, we have our business lawyer, and so on. The world's best solo performers are aware that without a team, they are nothing. A team's success is determined by how well it plays as a whole. The club won't be worth $1 even if we have the best collection of individual players in the world if they don't play together as a team. And the game of money is a team sport. Make intelligent selection while choosing business partners. However, there's an issue when it gets difficult to determine who is or should be on our side and who's representing other teams. These opposing teams frequently have millions of dollars to spend on swaying individual athletes who are gullible. 3 guidelines for business associates. Check out the basic guidelines below listed to help anyone select the best business partners. I will do it for 10% of the deal instead of paying an outside company to do it. Our friend offered to us. Now we have an option, right? Let's say that's hypothetical speaking. Number 1, never accept a partner who is in need for money. A potential partner will make and support actions that meet their immediate financial needs above what is best for the investment or the company over the long term if their main objectives is to increase their own pocketbook. Therefore, there won't be any alignment from the beginning if their main objectives is to enrich themselves. They won't be interested in the relationship or the overall objectives of the business collaboration. Furthermore, why would we desire such partner? Number 2, never cede equity to someone whose services are readily available elsewhere. Say we are the owner of a duplex. We choose to bring in someone else to handle property management in order to better balance our 2 other businesses or whatever else we may have going on. We can make someone our partner by giving them equity, which is a portion of the property. They probably have no money to invest in the transaction, which is why they are selling us their services, which is against rule number 1. Furthermore, we may end up paying a lot more for this choice in the long term because we will forfeit 10% of our cash flow and 10% of the profit than when we sell. We can always contract with a third party to take care of our marketing, bookkeeping, and property management. In this manner, we maintain complete ownership of our asset while receiving the services we require. In other words, when we have a company or a real estate property or an operation, let's hire freelancers and people that can do the task independently as long as we need them, because if we're bringing a partner on board and all he wants or all she wants is money up front, then that shouldn't be a partner. We're building a business, right? And the money will come, but we need to serve people. We need to make sure that the infrastructure is there. It's time to get the product out the right way so that we can create a successful business that turns into a brand, not just a commodity that will be replaced by somebody else's idea tomorrow. Since we invested all of our time and money to buy the home, or the duplex, keep the entire equity for ourselves, we will also need to pay a monthly fee for a property management service. Alternatively, in place of paying the monthly charge, forfeit 10% of the duplex equity. Number 3, make sure that being with this person is enjoyable for us. Cooperative company partners seek to maximize profits for all parties involved. They ought to be given and have similar values. It is crucial to enjoy our company when working together with our partners during a negotiation. We will be interacting with our partner for a lot of time via text, email, meetings, and phone calls. After all, why would we want to be partners with someone we wouldn't want to go out to dinner with? And we need to always put everything in writing. When it comes to business and life, you got a phone call with a business partner, send an email. With a vendor, with a potential lead, with whatever, send an email. Put it all in writing, whatever we talked about. That's how we cover ourselves. No one can ever come back and say, hey, you said this. No. This is an email. I sent this to you right after the call. You didn't come back. You didn't say, this is the facts, and we're going with that. What's in writing is true. So build the habit of putting things in writing. Even if it seems insignificant, protect yourself at all times. Assembling a team with appropriate business associates is critical. We need to have professionals at our side who we can consult for guidance if we want to succeed in life financially. An attorney, a CPA to assist with taxes, and accountant, a dependable and impartial broker, several specialists in the business and investment fields of our choice. Mentors and coaches are essential members of our team. It never hurts to have life coaches, athletic trainers, and a solid support system of friends and family who helps us stay sane, and of course who encourage us to continue towards our dreams, regardless of the failures we may have along the way. We need to have the right group of people around us. If it's the right sibling that is given, that sibling is part of the team because she's adding more power into you. But if it's withdrawing energy, if it's taking energy, you find yourself explaining, your goals, and it seems like it's not the right energy, you gotta cut it. So who is in our team then? Steps to reaching our financial goals. All right, now that we have narrowed down our why and have a crystal clear image of who we truly are, it is time to make that initial move. We should only take a total of 7 steps, which may surprise us. That's correct. The fundamental actions that each person must take are nearly identical. This is due to the fact that there are just 7 steps in the process of reaching any objectives, including gaining financial freedom and weight loss, each of which builds upon the previous. Even though each of these 7 steps will have different specifics, we can still utilize this general categorization to start organizing and taking action. Now let's explore the 7 actions we can do beginning right now to reach our financial objectives. Number 1, beware of our destination. What kind of life do we see for ourselves and our loved ones? What financial requirements must we meet in order to get there? Here, don't be scared to make a statement that is too audacious. Ladies, go big or go home, and the same thing for the gentleman, right? Let's make decisions that are bold, that mean well for our future, not just our future, but also our present. We have to tap into the best options, the best choices at this very moment, because it has to do with our future. It needs to be connected somehow with the perfect or the ideal future that we want to have. Number 2, making investment plan. Making a route plan to get there is the next step. Why? For without a plan, a goal is only a hope. A study on goal setting was carried out by Dr. Gail Matthews, a psychology professor at Dominican University in California. She separated the group between those who had written down their objectives and those who had not. Her conclusions: compared to 35% of participants who kept their goal to themselves without writing it down, over 70% of individuals who submitted weekly updates to a body reported successfully achieving their goals. We should always have a strategy, even though it might need to be adjusted as we go along if we run into new or unforeseen circumstances, such as surpassing our target. Additionally, we ought to always put it in writing and give it to a mentor or a friend who has faith in us. When we get lost, which will happen occasionally, this will help hold us accountable. Number 3, Divide the investment plan up into doable steps. Huge objectives might be very frightening. Even though we have never run a day in our lives, for most people, right, never run. I run daily, but for most people, they don't run, and we need to start running. Pretend we have made the decision to enter a marathon, right? This is just for example. Well, the marathon of running 26.2 miles is really daunting. However, no one ever begins there. We train for months, starting with a mile, years perhaps. Our run continues to gain mileage. Eventually, we will be able to run the full 26.2 miles without stopping, which probably seemed like an impossible task at first. The same guidelines apply for achieving our financial objectives. To ensure our success, break down our major ambitions into smaller and smaller objectives until they are doable and within reach. Plus, it feels so good to cross every item of our list, no matter how tiny, because we wrote it all down, don't we? Number 4, every day take at least one modest step. Now that we have those achievable objectives, be sure to work on them on a regular basis. Make a habit to complete one task that gets us closer to our financial goals every day. Once we lose that momentum, it is far more difficult to get back. There was a case study that said if we do something for 18 minutes per day for a whole year, we will be at the top 1% of the population in that specific field. Number 5, make use of reminders and organizers. Use tools to help us stay organized and on track, whether we prefer technology tools, printed, lists and reminders, or a combination of both. Number 6, develop a habit of learning daily. Continue to raise our daily financial literacy. The majority of CEOs read one book per week. Just think of the knowledge we may get just reading one book a month. Here at Master Investor, we have plenty of books and tools available to help anyone increase their bottom line. However, financial education should always be present in our expense column. Our confidence will grow as we gain more knowledge, which will keep us inspired and innovative. Number 7, develop our network and team. Professionals that assist us in identifying, evaluating, and pursuing possibilities will make up our team. The individuals in our life who support, understand, and encourage us will make up our network. We'll make careful our selections. Our identity is shaped by the 5 people we spend the most time with. Therefore, even though we may interact with a large number of individuals, the ones who are closest to us have the biggest influence on our decisions and thinking. Hence, instead of only hanging out with folks who are busy moaning about their financial situation and doing nothing about it, look for like-minded individuals who are traveling the same path as we, or successful individuals who already achieve what we want. Financial objectives have been attained by people all across the world, and we can too. Please take advantage of these 7 steps, and once we take the initial step, we will see how quickly everything starts to flow. Financially act now to have wealth tomorrow. We must begin today to take action towards our financial well-being by understanding how to make money through sound investing. Just like we explained on yesterday's discussion on our previous article, that the value or priorities or reasons must be placed in the right order shown below in order to become wealthy. Number 1, choose to be wealthy. Number 2, comfortable. Number 3, secure. Most people have it backwards and they put secure as their main priority, followed by being comfortable and then wealthy, which is the reason majority of people never experience financial freedom in their lives, sadly enough. Having total freedom because we have sound assets is the best feeling ever. We can focus on our passions and pursue our purpose in life. Most people, the poor mindset in the world, have these values in the following order. Number 1, secure. Number 2, comfortable. And number 3, wealthy. Fear is an asset for a business owner and an inside investor. One of our greatest resources can be fear. Every time dread rears its head and you are certain that it is not a life-threatening circumstances, that is a sign that we are growing and changing. Often, the process of overcoming fear is what helps us develop the most. It is also thrilling to cross over and feel the rush. We have changed from who we were in the past. Consider this. We learn from our fears. Rather than avoiding anxiety, face it head on and recognize that we have just reached a new height of development. Start investing in financial education today. Let me know if you have any questions today's talk, and click the link somewhere in the description so that you have access to all of our digital courses available right now. The 10-year rules of money, how to invest in crypto to build wealth, understanding Bitcoin and blockchains, and how to build cash flow with the internet, turn passive income on. There you have it. Let me know if you enjoyed today's talk. If you learned something new, go ahead and start working on the asset column to build passive income. If you need a consultation, let us know. Send us an email, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and make sure that you go to our website and get into our newsletter, because you'll have these articles that we're discussing on a daily basis sent to you via email. Sometimes when we read something, we also get something new from it because it's not the same as hearing it. So when we do both, we read and we listen, we can take advantage of much more than if we were just to listen to it, okay? So make sure we go to sleep a little smarter than we were yesterday, and always remember that our mentors and our inner team must be OQP, only quality people. Thank you for having me on another great talk here on our podcast. I will talk to you next time, bring you the good and bad news of money, the business principles that work in other economies. Stay extraordinary and wealthy. Bye for now.